Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to San Diego, Sept of the Howling Winds. Gay man bachelor party filled with women. This scene will be taking place various locations, beginning with the home of Jesse and Nick, where the group has gathered to take Nick out on an adventure of some sort. And that's where this scene will begin.
Okay, so Annika has everyone gathered just outside the sept with the limo that they've rented, and she's gonna go and grab Nick. Uh, she'll ask if anybody wants to come with her to go get him. Yeah, Kate can be waiting with Nick. That's fine.
Oh, watch the limo in case of robbers.
She'll just okay.
In the limo, like looking at how amazing it is.
And I imagine that they'll probably grab Desiree on the way out. So it's Gabby and Monica. That's that's why she wants to stay in the limo.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Gabby and Monica in the limo stay with the limo while Annika goes to grab Kate, Nick, and Desiree. So Annika will go knock on the door. Nick's place.
Kate will turn around and I'm sure he's helped her get all ready and stuff or whatever, like hair and whatever. And she'll just smile and she hugs him and she says, I really hope that you like what we have planned.
Nick will smile and get his overlay up. Nick will smile and very certain I will. And he'll hug his sister. And she'll hug him back, and they both kind of squeal. They're adorable together.
Kate just smiles at them both.
And Annika will say, okay, you ready to go?
Kate will nod. Yeah, I believe so.
Let me find what Nick is wearing. Nick's wearing a suit. Trying to decide if he's wearing a tie, and if he is, what kind.
Kate will look at Desiree and just sort of smile at her. Are you ready?
Yeah, as ready as I'll ever be. Everything covered? I don't know. Is this?
Kate will nod. You look fine. You look just fine. We're gonna have fun, okay?
Yeah, fun. This will be fun.
You're not,
totally.
If you're not having fun, just tell me, okay?
We'll be fine.
She nods and sort of gives her this warm look and looks like she's ready to go.
He'll lead the trio just off Sept where the limo is waiting. If you want to cut to what Monica and Gabby are doing while they walk back.
Trying to figure out how to work the speaker system.
I think that should be the power button. And if it's not working, you can just tell the guy up front and make him come back here and do it.
Oh, no, I got it. I totally know what I'm doing.
Okay.
With one dot in computers. It's to find something and just turn up the volume and be like, hey, can we plug in your little device thing with the with that rap that I like?
Sure. And
All right. Looks like that goes in there. Sure.
Yes.
All right.
And you
Varying
guys will
degrees of
probably
success.
come back to them kind of like on the verge of making out, listening to that. Which one? What was the bass one? Was it over bass or?
Whatever, I like it.
Yeah,
Super
whichever
bass.
one it was. Super bass. Playing loudly, very loudly.
The limo driver is just kind of like, ugh. But this is what he gets paid to do, so he's just gonna sit there and yeah.
Go ahead and just. We're not in the professional overlay anymore.
Nope. I still am trying to find what Nick's wearing. So Annika is in a black dress. It's form fitting, but it's not too tight, and it's got this sparkly flare to it. And it flares out at the bottom. So if she spins around, it kind of twirls.
Kate is in this black and gold dress that is seen in her picture. What's not showing is that it's one of those high in front, low in back ones. So it's still pretty nice.
Monica is in a little black dress. Very snug, very sexy, and nice heels, gold jewelry. And Desiree, let's see, Desiree is in a red formal gown, sweetheart neckline, strapless.
And everybody piles into the limo, and Nick waves at Monica.
She will wave back.
You think this button is for the sunroof?
It's on the ceiling, so I'm gonna guess yes.
Sure. All right. Let's hope it's not self-destruct.
I don't think limos come with a self-destruct. I actually could be wrong though, because I don't spend a lot of time in limos.
Annika will pipe up. Not usually, no. That's really only happens in the movies.
Kate takes like a really deep breath before she gets in, and then when she gets in, she's like, "Oh, this is like the look on her face is that this isn't as bad as she expected it to be." She has
Yeah, it's actually
never
really.
before.
Yeah, it's actually really roomy in there.
Yeah.
So like way more space than a normal car.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, Gabby's on Monica's lap anyway.
totally.
She's like, it saves
Of
space.
course she is. Annika sits next to her brother, but she smiles at Kate.
Kate will sit on the other
And
side
if she wants
and smile, and I imagine Kate sitting somewhere between Desiree and Nick.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that because they have the seats that face each other. So on one side is probably Desiree and Monica and Gabby, although Gabby's on Monica's lap, and then the other side would be Annika, Nick, and Kate.
Yep, sounds good to me. Kate would be sitting towards the end that's closest to Desiree, so I imagine that Kate and Desiree are like on the ends but close to each other.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then driver will say, "Is everybody ready?"
Yeah, have you guys been pre-gaming, or do we need to open something on the way?
Kate will frown. I don't know what that means.
She'll make a drink in motion.
Time to get the champagne out then.
I haven't had anything. She looks at Nick.
He'll shake his head. Nope.
And yeah,
And
bring something
Annika
out.
obviously hasn't. So
None of us are driving.
Kate will get into the glove, the little wine, the cool chilled wine box, whatever that has a waiting bottle of champagne, and she'll start like pouring out glasses and handing them out to people.
Monica and Desiree both take one, though Desiree a little nervously.
Abby will hold hers up to Nick's last night of freedom, I believe is what the humans say. I don't understand it, but like to your last night of freedom or whatever.
Nick will shrug and he'll say, "I don't feel like I'm going to be a slave, but
that's why it's confusing. But you know, human traditions."
Kate will raise her glass. Then let's propose a different toast. What about a toast to an amazing union and what an incredible day we're gonna have tomorrow?
Nick will smile very widely, and so will Annika, and raise their glasses. And Nick will say yes to that.
She smiles at Gabby.
Yeah, that does sound better.
Glasses raised. Clink. Clink.
Wow, we some class.
Okay, I found what Nick's wearing. Give me a second to. This is gonna be adorable, you guys. A driver will town. From Sept, it takes a good 30 minutes or so to get there. So there's plenty of time to talk and drink and things like that on the way to the theater. And Nick still has no idea where they're going.
I'm pretty sure we can't bring the champagne bottle in, so we should like try to finish it.
So here's what Nick's wearing. Minus the rips in the sleeves, he wouldn't have that. But you know, he's wearing a longer sleeved. It's probably a 3/4 sleeve shirt with the vest and the bandana around his neck. And black slacks too. So yeah, that's what he's wearing. And so Nick and Annika banter back and forth. They make small digs at each other that are friendly and not too cutting. So it's a lot like it reminds Kate of how Jesse and his mom were.
She just smiles at that. Just glad to see everyone's having a good time. Kate is very much into the role of hostess, or whatever. So she's just like looking around, encouraging little chit chat, and like trying to make sure that no one looks like they're bored.
So in order to finish off this bottle, we should play this game. It's called Never Have I Ever. You say something that you've never done, and if you have done it, you have to take a sip.
Monica shakes her head like, oh god.
Kate will frown. Okay. I'll play.
I feel like, and she'll just lean over to Monica and be like, "This is a great way to get us drunk." I don't want to get the new ones too drunk just yet. This will be a good way to like even things out.
Yeah, even things out. Definitely, totally. 100%. I'm gonna be so wasted by the time we get there.
Well, there'll be food to soak it all up.
Good.
Kate's like watching Nick's face to try and like see if he's curious about where we're going, or like just to see.
Oh yeah, he's looking out the windows and he's like, back and forth between, chatting with everyone, but he's definitely very curious about where they're going.
So, are you going to play Nick?
Yeah, sure.
She'll look at Gabby. I don't know the rules for this game.
It's really simple. Like I said, we go around the circle, and when it's your turn, you say something that you've never done. So, for example, this was a joke back at my sept. We would say, never have I ever kissed a boy, and then whoever had would have to take a drink, which was funny because it was a Black Fury sept, so like it was like two of us, and we'd laugh at those two people. But
Okay. So if you say something that you have never done, and if I haven't done it, what do I do?
then you don't
No,
take a sip.
if you have done what they say they haven't, then you take a drink.
Okay, what is the goal of the game?
To
Getting
get
drunk.
wasted.
To drink a lot.
Annika will
Yes,
pipe
and
up.
to get everyone else to drink a lot.
So you want
Annika will pipe up. I've played this game before. It's to get drunk and make fun of people for what they have or haven't done.
Yeah. But like we're like nice people. We're not gonna be horrible to you if you haven't done something. I know both you and Desiree are sort of just getting your bearings, so it's going to be less of a making fun type situation and more of a getting drunk type situation.
Annika will nod,
Well, Kate will smile.
and Nick will just kind of shake his head, like okay.
Kate will just smile and say, "Okay, sure."
Let's see. I feel like I should start since I proposed it, shouldn't I? Ooh, I have a surprising one. Never have I ever broken a bone.
Kate will
Neither
drink.
Nick or
Desiree and Monica both take a drink.
Annika takes a drink, and Nick does not.
All right. So, is it Monica's turn now? Because she's technically beneath Gabby.
Monica will go, okay, what have I never done? What have I never done? I have never. Oh God, what have I never done? I've never slept with a man.
Kate does not drink.
Annika doesn't drink, but Nick does, obviously. He'll actually take two.
That was pretty targeted, Monica, but
There's very little I haven't done.
So then it would be Annika's turn, I think. If I've got it right.
Yeah. If we're going clockwise, yeah. Annika, she'll think for a moment. Never have I ever gotten arrested.
Shocker. Kate does not drink.
so you said arrested, not prosecuted, right?
If you've been prosecuted, then you've probably been arrested.
No. What I'm saying is like just arrested, not any of the other charges stuff. Just
Yeah, just arrested.
All right, she takes a drink.
Monica doesn't, but Desiree does.
Nick does not drink. And then it'll be Nick's turn. And Nick will say, um, never have I ever. I can't think right now. Never have I ever been to Japan.
Monica,
Annika will actually take a drink.
Monica drinks.
And Gabby does not.
All right. Kate's turn now.
Kate will look around and then just sort of, sorry. Never have I ever kissed a boy.
Monica drinks. Desiree drinks.
Nick drinks. Annika drinks.
Gabby doesn't.
Got it. Everyone but Kate. Sweet.
No, Gabby's a gold star for some reason. Probably
Yeah,
something
Gabby-
to do with the Black Fury thing.
Oh, nice.
And that means it comes to Desiree. She thinks for a moment. Never have I ever. Never have I ever. No, I can't even say that anymore because I have. Never have I ever. Not been supervised.
Wait, what was that?
She said that she's always been supervised, so she's never not been supervised.
That's true.
Kate will take a drink.
Yeah, Gabby drinks.
Annika and Nick drink.
She's like, shit, I'm the responsible one.
Monica drinks. She brings it back to Gabby.
She's gonna look at Tessa and be like, "You're too good at this game." I'm gonna say, never have I ever played a musical instrument.
Monica drinks. Desiree does not.
Smile and drink and just look at Gabby like, you know that I played one a few days ago.
No, that might have been a little bit targeted, but whatever.
Both Nick and Annika will take a drink. They both play piano. And yeah.
Next up, Monica says, "Never have I ever killed someone."
That's not fair. Okay, wait. Does it? I mean, it doesn't kind of feel they're like leeches or spirals, right? Those aren't like people. I mean, they kind of are.
She didn't specify.
Yeah, yeah. Then Gabby will just drain the rest of her glass and get another one.
Kate will drink.
Nick and Annika do not drink. And then it's Annika's turn. And she'll take a champagne bottle and fill her glass back up. Yep. Um, never have I ever been on fire.
This isn't fair. This isn't. She'll drain the second glass too because like that was her deed name.
Nick takes a drink.
Gabby not Gabby. Desiree takes a drink.
Annika looks at Nick like, "You've been on fire?" And Nick just kind of gives a shrug and don't ask.
Lindsay, I'm PMing you.
Okay. And then Nick will kind of chuckle and say, well, nope, that one doesn't work because I've done that. Never have I ever driven a boat.
Monica and Desiree both take a drink. No, Desiree doesn't. Monica does.
Does like paddling count, or when you say driven, does that mean like it has a motor?
Monica pipes
Okay,
up. If you have to question, generally I take that to mean you have to drink.
Okay.
yeah, through neither of those did Kate drink. She raises her glass, looks like she's trying to think of one. She says, never have I ever been to a club.
Annika and Nick both drink.
Monica drinks the rest of her glass.
I've got to take a second to think and be like, I mean, I probably like I can't think of it right now, but I mean, she'll take like a sip just to be safe because she's trying to think back to in Greece. She's like, I probably did at some point.
Desiree holds her cup up. Never have I ever done drugs.
Nick and Annika both drink.
Kate will not drink.
Monica will drink.
Gabby does not.
Nick looks at Kate. Really? Jesse hasn't gotten you to do anything?
She shakes her head, no. And Lefty smoked as well, but I never partook.
He'll nod. All right. And about that time, the limo comes to a stop. And the driver will say, all right, we're here.
Kate grins and just watches Nick's reaction. That's all.
And to pull up outside of the theater is the San Diego Civic Theater, where Broadway San Diego is. And so, there's the bright lights and things like that. And Nick looks. He rolls down the window of the limo and he'll look. And the noise that comes out of him. He squeals with absolute fucking delight. And you definitely see the gay boy in him.
Kate just smiles, very gently puts her little glass away, and
Annika's clapping her hands, like she was definitely, hoping for that reaction. So yeah. And Nick is, he's bouncing in the seat waiting for somebody to open the door.
Kate will get out and walk around and open his door for him.
Yeah, Gabby has to get up to let Monica out.
Gabby will feel a playful slap on her ass when she gets up.
I'm gonna get you for that.
You keep saying that. And she'll smile and follow Gabby out. And Desiree will follow.
Yeah, Nick and Annika both follow as well. Nick like scrambling out of the car, and he's like, okay, what are we seeing? What are we seeing? Annika looks at him. The Little Mermaid. And he squeals.
Kate will just chuckle very happily to herself. Kate walks with Desiree and just sort of loops her, tries to loop her arm around Desiree's arm, like she's seen so many freaking photos of people doing by now, just so that like they can walk together and stuff.
Yeah, so what Nick does is he like links arms with Annika and Kate. Well, he's in the middle of them and kind of sachets into the theater.
Kate will chuckle and just follow.
So what do we do? Do we just go up and be like, hey, we're the cool people, take us to our place?
Yeah, Kate looks at Annika and she's like, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Annika's like, yeah, I got this, don't worry. And she walks up and talks to the person and like, oh yes, I have your name on the list, and we'll have someone come and show everyone where to go.
You guys hear that? We're on a list.
Kate grins. I think this means that we did this right.
Monica whispers into Gabby's ear. You're definitely on my list.
Lame, but it's cute.
Nick doesn't look surprised. He's like, of course we're on a list. This is my sister.
Kate will look
and
at
he'll ruffle Annika's hair.
Head, like, thank you so much, you know?
She smiles and nods. Nick ruffles her hair, and she glares at him like, why you do that? He just laughs, and the person leads everybody upstairs to a room that is open, but there's couches and tables, and there's already on the table that's among the couches, there's already wine and champagne. The champagne's on ice. There are glasses, and it's just, yeah, like they pulled out all the stops for this, and it is an open balcony to where even sitting from the couches, because it's on sort of like a little bit of an incline, can perfectly see the theater, like the stage, everything. Your perfect distance, seat.
Kate will look at Nick, curious as to where he wants to sit. I mean, after all, this is his bachelor party.
He will sit in the couch, like on the couch that is directly facing the stage and will plop down right in the middle.
Kate will sit next to him. Does it look like there's going to be room for everybody, or?
Yes, there is plenty of room. This particular couch is very long and oversized. All of them can fit comfortably on this one couch, and there are two more smaller love seats that are kind of off to the side of each, just in case there was going to be more people. But everyone can
Dibs.
easily fit on the big couch if they want to. But there are two love seats.
Yeah, dibs.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure Gabby pulls Monica to one of the love seats.
Yeah, Kate will just sit on one of Nick's sides and hoping to just be company and stuff for Desiree as well. She's just been trying to make sure that Desiree can be more comfortable.
She seems to be doing all right. She's not used to this fancy stuff going on, but she's doing remarkably well, all things considered.
I
So
was told there was going to be food. Is there food?
It's funny. I was just about to say. So the catering people show up and they set up the tables and put the food out, and it is a complete it's like steak and all of every side that you could imagine to go with steak. There's also fish if people don't eat steak. But Annika's like, okay, these people are werewolves; they should eat steak. So yeah, it is just all kinds of that type of food, very high quality. And they leave the plates and the utensils and the food, and they walk out.
Kate will make sure to thank them before they walk out.
Oh yeah, they'll smile and nod. There's three of them, and they're all dressed in uniforms that say the name of the catering place that they work for, but Annika made sure that they were kinfolk, just to be on the safe side, and they'll smile and nod, and they don't look turned off by the rage or anything. So
yeah, she just wanted to make sure that they were thanked and everything. She comes back and says, the food's actually ready. If anyone's hungry. She smiles at Nick.
and Nick will smile. And you guys have about 30-45 minutes before the show starts, so there's plenty of time to to eat beforehand and everything like that. So Nick just smiles kind of sheepishly, and he'll nod.
Kate will sort of just mingle with the rest of everyone as they get their food. Seeing that Nick is happy and that everyone else seems to be pretty good, she actually is gonna take a look around the theater because she's never been inside a place like this before.
Gabby makes a beeline for the food and cracks open. If there's red wine, she'll crack that open because that goes with steak. And she's going to be eating on the love seat and doing Gabby things. Lily's going to bow out, but you know how Gabby acts, so.
Nick will kind of wait for everybody to get their food before he gets any food. And once everybody has some food, he will then kind of load up his plate. Like 4 pieces of steak, 3 3 baked potatoes, a mound of well, he doesn't eat vegetables very often, but he does like broccoli, so he gets a mound of broccoli, and like there's enough for 4 people on this plate. And um, I think I don't think Gabby has seen Nick eat before, but she just left, so but anyway, Monica certainly has. And so has Annika. Has Desiree? I don't think Desiree has seen Nick eat before. Okay, so yeah, Nick he rolls up his sleeves, and he pulls like a bandana out of his back pocket and puts it around his collar to kind of act as a bib, and he will just begin to mac down on this food. And Annika, she eats her food and just watches him in amazement, like always. Like the way he's eaten has always amazed her.
She'll catch Kate like staring as well. Just
when she catches that, her eyes will meet hers, and she'll just smile.
Kate will smile and nod. So after exploring the theater before the show happens, she'll just make sure to sit close to Nick and make sure that Desiree is comfortable as well.
Desiree will hold her hand on occasion, just like for comfort.
Kate totally lets her do that, and I'm sure that it happens often enough in the Cub areas that it's just something that Kate's very used to by now. And she'll smile back.
And Nick eats and eats. He'll finish the entire plate, and then he'll go back for some bread.
Kate chuckles. She probably goes back for some fruit just to like munch on throughout the show.
Oh yeah, he'll grab a bowl of like fruit and stuff like that too. Whatever little snacks are there that the caterers set out too. So and he'll put them on the table. There's more than enough for everybody. He does intend to share this. So he'll just kind of load the table up with snacks for people to eat throughout the show.
Kate just smiles and like watches him adoringly.
She'll smile back, and he'll put an arm around her, and he'll say, "Thank you."
She smiles. Of course. I thank Annika. She helped us out the most.
He'll put an arm around his sister and kind of squeeze both of you into him. I appreciate this, both of you, really. This is awesome.
She smiles and nods and blushes a little bit. I'm glad it's special for you. That's all I wanted.
He'll nod. It is. Very much so. I love the theater. And Annika will smile and nod. And about that time, the lights will start going down, and the The show will be announced, and then
So Kate,
that stuff.
knowing how Nick is, it's actually going to I'm assuming that it's going to look something like there's the food, and then there's Nick, and then there's Annika, and then there's Kate, and then there's Desiree. So Nick is like food on one side and Annika on the other.
Pretty much, yeah.
So Kate has placed herself happily with this little plate of fruit and little snacks and stuff between Annika and Desiree.
Yep. Yeah, so as the show goes on,
Kate will lean right before right before it actually starts. She'll just lean towards Annika's ear and say, "Thank you so much. I couldn't have done this without you."
she'll smile and really wide, and she'll reach over and squeeze Kate's shoulder. Of course. I'm glad that I was able to help as much as I could. As much as I did.
Kate will nod. She jumped a little bit. I mean, no more than her usual when human skin to human skin contact. But yeah, it's something she's slowly getting more and more used to, even if it's still not her favorite thing.
For sure. When Kate jumps, Annika pulls back and she'll say, "Oh, sorry."
Kate will shake her head. No, it's just a knee-jerk reaction. It's not anything against you. It's okay.
She'll smile. She'll smile back and she'll nod. Okay. And Nick puts a comforting arm around Annika as well. Because he knows how Kate is, and that she's finally becoming okay with him randomly touching her like that. So, but yeah, so the show goes on, and Nick makes priceless reactions to certain points of the show.
Kate will take out her phone because Binary and Luffy taught her how to do this. If she presses and holds the camera button, she can capture video, and so she will randomly throughout the evening when he wasn't looking capture video of his reactions to things.
Yes.
Definitely nothing of the show, but definitely his reactions and stuff. And
yeah, for sure.
I'm sure once in a while she pokes Annika and gets her to make a silly face at Nick's back or something while he's not paying attention.
Yes. yes.
Of her, she'll ask Annika to take pictures of her and Desiree and Gabby and Monica and her.
Oh yeah, all the selfies happen. All the selfies will happen. Annika makes sure she's gonna post them to her Instagram. And hashtag my brother's bachelor party. So yeah, all the selfies happen and things like that. This is great. The show, once it's over, Nick will be like, "Oh my god, that was so good! I love the little
Nick will look at him and say, "If we hurry, I'm sure you can meet the actors."
He jumps up and he'll run out.
Kate will laugh and try and follow. She looks back
Annika will follow.
And Desiree "I'm sorry, what have I done?" And follows with her phone wait.
Annika follows after and whispers in Kate's ear, "I already had a meet and greet plan, so this works out."
Gabby, Monica, and Desiree will stay back.
They'll go and they'll meet the actors, and they'll be very enthusiastic with Nick. And actually, Nick and Annika actually know some of these people. And Nick's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were in this," and blah blah blah. So,
Nick Kate is taking like undercover photos of like him and like the actors like when they're just talking, just really like good shots, trying to get like good photos of him when he's not paying attention.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. They'll chatter for a little bit and then, they'll have to go and Nick will be like, "Okay, see you later." And, kisses and all that. Full on gay right now.
Kate will do it and look at Annika as they walk back to the group after the whole meet and greet. And
Annika will look at Kate and just smile.
and she'll look at Nick. Are you ready for the second part?
Second part? You mean there's more?
She laughs. Well,
He'll nod and he'll kind of bounce.
You're not allowed to see the groom before the wedding.
Right, I know. Right. That's right. Yeah, we're going to a hotel, right?
She nods.
He'll nod. Let's go grab the others and get out of here. Maybe grab some food from here to take with us.
She laughs and nods, and she does her thing to get everybody, Desiree, Gabby, Monica, just everybody like back into the limo. And
the caterers, actually, while everyone was gone, actually came in and boxed up all the remaining food and left it there, and everything else is gone. Like they came and picked up all, the containers, things like that, but all the leftover food is boxed up, ready to go in bags on the tables. And Nick's like,
look.
He looks very excited. He's like, "Oh my god, ask and you shall receive."
Okay, Kate's gonna take this picture of Nick like hugging all of these boxes of leftover food.
Yes.
She's gonna show Annika. And Desiree and them when they get back.
Desiree will laugh over the pictures because they're so cute.
Kate will ask Desiree if she wants to take a silly picture because she's heard that silly pictures are one of the things to do.
She will gladly take silly pictures with Kate.
Kate will take silly pictures with her and Gabby and Desiree, Gabby, and Kate, and like Desiree, Gabby, and Annika. Just take silly pictures and stuff in the limo on the way back. Desiree, did you like the show?
Yeah, it was really good. I'd never seen a show like that before.
Me either. I've never done or been anywhere like this before.
It was amazing.
She smiles. I'm glad you liked it. I heard that our hotel's really nice. And she looks at Annika.
Annika just smiles and nods. So, where the limo driver takes you is you're still in the downtown area, but you're going near the coast. And you're going to a hotel that is right on the water. And it's like, it's like a 4 or 5 star hotel. It's really fucking nice. You get leading to a suite on the, I don't know how many floors up, but many, many floors up, to where you get this spectacular view. There's a balcony where you can go out and sit and look at the ocean, and feel the cool ocean breeze. And the suite is huge. There are two beds there are two king size beds in there.
So,
A sitting area with couches, like multiple couches. And if you go look at this bathroom, the bathroom is huge. It has double sink. It has a jetted tub, a stand-up shower, and it even has a little kitchenette area.
Everyone else like exits the limo, and Kate makes sure to be like the last person out, and like everyone goes up, and she's just staring at the ocean, just staring at it. And she looks up, sees that everyone's like laughing or having fun, and that's fine. And she'll bend down and she'll take like these gold sandals that were strappy or whatever, and she just undoes them and starts walking towards the water.
Annika will notice her, and she'll give Nick the check-in information, and we'll go with Kate. And Nick will nod and say, "Yeah, I got this, no problem." We'll say, "Yeah, everything's already taken care of. You just need to check in." And she'll go and follow Kate.
Kate, her toes feel the sand, and she just stops, like practically, freezes. It feels completely different than the lake sand that she's used to, and she just stands there with her toes in the sand, and then she'll take slow, careful steps towards the water, and her eyes are like wide as saucers. It's clear that her mind is like being blown right now.
Annika will watch her. She'll stick close, but she won't interrupt her. And she just watches Kate. When everybody else goes in to the hotel, the receptionist is a little put off by Gabby and by Gabby's presence. Nick will ask her to kind of just stay back a little bit, and I'm sure Gabby will oblige. And Monica will probably just kind of pull her back and say, "Go let him," And Nick will go and check them in, and then he'll ask for 3 room keys, and he'll give one to Monica and Gabby and say, "Go ahead and go up. I'll wait for them."
They will head up.
Desiree go with them? Okay. And Nick will just kind of hang out in the lobby waiting for Annika and Kate.
So Kate stops Kate stops right before the water could reach her. And if Annika listens or is I'm sure she's paying very close to attention.
Oh yeah, she is. She's very close attention.
Yeah. So she starts singing, actually. I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water, no matter how hard I try. And she'll stop and put her foot in the water as the water comes up to her foot, and it's cold and the sensation is really odd, so she jumps back and she gets like this smile of discovery on her face, and she like puts her foot in and takes it out a couple times, and she gets this really big grin, and she just sort of jumps into the ocean water and like watches it like splash up a little bit.
Annika, she pulls her phone out and she'll take pictures. Yeah, and Kate will notice in her peripheral the flash go off, but
she'll turn around and blush, and like her hair will like fall into her face a little bit, and she walks back.
Annika will just smile and take another picture of her with her hair in her face, and first time at the ocean.
Yeah, I've seen pictures, but I've never felt it before, and I promised my grandmother that I would put my feet in the ocean the first time I saw it.
She'll smile. We can come back if you want. We can make it a regular thing.
She smiles and nods. I think I'd really like that. And she'll walk with Annika back to meet up with Nick.
Annika's smiling. She's practically grinning from ear to ear.
And Kate is like blushing profusely, like a kid caught with their hand in the cookie jar.
And Nick kind of looks at the two of them and says, "What did you do?" And Annika will say, "I saw the ocean for the first time. It was magical to watch." She kind of looks down a little bit. It's apparent to Nick that Annika has a crush.
Kate just blushes from the flattery, and she says, oh, I'm certain my awkwardness was not magical, but thank you.
Annika will look up. I didn't find it awkward at all. And Nick just smiles. He's like, "All right, come on, let's go up to the room."
Kate will nod. Wait, she looks at Annika and she's like she gives like Annika the questioning glance, sort of an unspoken, "Are they up there yet?"
Nick will nod. Yeah, I sent them up ahead.
No, she looked at Annika, tried to give her like a secretive look, like, "Are they up there yet?"
Oh. She'll
Yes?
just smile. She'll nod.
Kate will grin and just like take out her phone and be ready for the like she presses, she's already ready taking video of his face when he sees this.
And they'll go up and up to the room, and Nick will put the key in the door and he'll open it. And when he walks into this place, it's much the same reaction as oh yeah, it's much the same reaction as when they got to the theater, but it's a little bit more like pitched because of the luxury of the room, and the models are not in sight yet, so he's just seeing the room for right now. But they are up there. They would have Gabby and Monica and Desiree would have they would have come in like right after them or right before them. Either way, the models are there. So And Annika will just look at Nick and say, "Okay, you're in for a treat. Just come on in and sit down and enjoy the show." And he goes, and he looks at her like, "What?"
Kate is taking all the video. Like, she is for sure taking video now. Like, she's making sure to get good angles, and she sits next to him and just takes video.
And I'm sure that Monica and Gabby, they probably don't pay too much attention to this at all. What is Desiree's reaction to seeing all these men in suits?
A lot of blushing. Because she's like, "Ooh, there, that makes parts of me tingle that I didn't know tingled."
So these men will strut their stuff as if they're walking down the runway, but there's a little bit more involved. They won't get completely undressed because they're not strippers, but they will be very enticing, and they'll take off their overcoats and kind of sling them over their shoulders, and they're all very well built, so they have muscles that are rippling underneath their undershirts and things like that.
I need to know what Kate, not Kate, what Nick looks like right now.
Oh my god, Nick is beside himself. He's like, oh my god. He's like, oh, I can't fuck my husband tonight. Nope, nope, nope. Damn it.
Kate will chuckle and give him another glass of champagne.
Oh yeah, he's sucking down all the champagne right now. God damn it.
So is Kate, and she's starting to, like, as the evening progresses, she's getting a little giggly.
Annika is watching Nick's reaction, and Kate's too, to see how she reacts to the men in the suits. And Annika appreciates them, for sure. She'll smile and she'll clap once in a while and kind of be encouraging, whatever. But she knows these guys, so she's not too like flirty or anything because she does know them, and she's not into any of them like that. But she does appreciate them.
Kate watches this like she's fascinated, almost like she's watching a social experiment. Like, it's really interesting. Like, she sees Desiree and like her little tingliness that's happening, and she's like, that's a weird expression, like, in her brain. And she's watching Nick, and she's like, okay. And she just like watches how everyone reacts to the models, and when the models like jiggle stuff and teases, she kind of like turns her head. Not entirely sure what to make of
this. Yeah, every time he feels himself tingle at one of the models, he sucks down more champagne.
Every time Kate gets a little too confused, she sucks down some more champagne. Her cheeks get a little more pink, and her eyes get a little more glassy.
When the models are finished, Nick will stand up, and they'll all give Nick a hug, and Annika will give them a hug too, and tell them thank you, and she'll hand them some money as a tip. They've already been paid, but she wanted to tip them, and then they will leave, and everyone else will be left in the hotel, probably in different stages of being drunk. I would imagine Gabby and Monica are in various stages of undress right now.
Most likely. After they leave, and after Nick seems happy or content, like falling asleep, drunk, and eating.
Yeah, that's exactly, like, he goes straight for the leftover food, and he then will strip down to his boxers and fucking collapse on one of the king size beds and just pass the fuck out.
Kate's gonna go outside and just sort of, what does Desiree look like? she's up to? Does she look tired or?
She seems kind of almost too awake right now. She's standing out when everything calms down on the little like patio outside so you can overlook, and she's just kind of staring out at the ocean.
Kate will join her and say, "Are you all right?"
Oh yeah, It's strange sometimes. You go so long seeing things. Just it's just amazing how much perspective on things changes in such a short time. Like
Kate
I,
nods.
I'm, I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just
I know exactly how you feel. Before I came on set, my only memories were of a lab and a place where I used to sleep in a cage at night. For my whole life.
and she'll squeeze your hand.
She squeezes back. I understand, Desiree. I do. Seeing the lake for the first time terrified me because I'd never seen so much water in one place before. And to see an ocean, to see that, she looks out. There's no end to that. And I know I've seen pictures that there's a lot of ocean. But it's totally different. It's completely different when you're staring at it.
Yeah, almost overwhelming. And
She'll nod. A big place to live in like that. The biggest place I've seen is the Cub House. I've never been in a building this large, and I've certainly never seen the inside of a theater before this evening.
me either. That was amazing.
It was inside, but it was huge.
I was amazed at how well they could sing. Like I've heard Jesse sing, but this was like
She nods. It was almost like Disney. Well, I mean, it was a Disney company story. I suppose
yeah,
originally it was a Grimm story from the Grimm fairy tales.
yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. I've never seen costumes like that except for, the closest thing I saw was the outside of Comic-Con and Jesse dressed as Ryan Reynolds.
She nods. Things do change, don't they? Quickly too.
They do.
Makes me appreciate the people I have around me, supporting me. Like you.
She smiles. I I appreciate that there's someone else who knows and understands what it was like to go through what I went through. And I want to be able to be the kind of person that I never had. A person who understands what it means to not balk at the word master or to not find the inside of a cage the worst thing in the world until you're told. I want you to know that even stuff that you're not sure that you can talk about out loud to people because they might not understand. You can share with me. I'm never going to judge you for the experiences that you came from.
She turns towards you, gives you a big, tight hug.
Kate will give her a big, tight hug back.
When she pulls back, you can see that she's kind of crying. Thank you. That means more than you may realize to me.
Kate nods. As much as it means to me. I hope you really enjoy your evening here. I know that it's going to be different because we're not on set, but it can still be fun, an outing away from home.
She'll nod.
She smiles back. You might have to pry some steak from underneath a drunken Jesse. Not sorry, a drunken Nick, but there's leftover food too, if you're hungry.
Yeah, I'll need food to stay up all night.
She nods. I'm just glad to be here with all of you.
Nice to feel like I have a place to belong finally.
I know the feeling. I'm glad to be able to be here. There's a lot of people who supported me that allowed me to start to be who I am. So if I can give that back in any way in part, I'm gonna try.
She's gonna hug you again.
She chuckles, a little giggly from the alcohol, a little bit unsteady. She hugs back.
Now that I'm actually like a part of things, I almost feel even more out of place, if that makes sense.
I don't know what you mean. Now that you're a part of things, you feel more out of place.
Yeah, like when it was just me and the kinfolk, or me and whoever had to watch me, you know, I didn't have, I don't know, I feel like I have to hide who I am even more now than I did before.
Desiree, you never have to hide who you are. I don't think you can. I think that you can try to hide who you are inside, but it comes out anyway. I think that the more you try to hide, the more angry you get, and the harder it is to just be.
Maybe. I don't know, Something's bothering me and I can't place it, and that bothers me.
That's okay. It doesn't have to be right now that you figure that out. We can give it time. We haven't.
I hope so.
She nods.
Come on, let's go and eat.
She nods and walks back in.
Desiree, I'll walk in with her. Is there anything else Peppers wants to do?
Kate will help Annika clean up after Desiree and them all finish eating or whatever. And
Yeah, Annika will appreciate the help, and she'll smile at Kate, and she'll make sure that she's okay.
Kate will nod, and yeah, I didn't want to leave you being the only person cleaning up.
She'll smile. Thanks. It's no problem.
Smiles back. I have never had that much alcohol before.
And it was only champagne. Imagine if you'd had other things.
Kate giggles.
We can experiment with alcohol if you would like. Just make sure that we don't go anywhere for the night.
She laughs again. She says, I don't know why liquid inside of me makes the world outside spin, but it's very disconcerting.
It's because of the chemical reaction that it has with your body. It'll wear off. You'll probably be fine when you wake up. Champagne doesn't usually give too much of a hangover. Make sure you eat and drink water.
She nods. I have been. Did you have a good time as well, Annika?
Oh yes, I had a blast just watching Nick's reactions, and
They were priceless.
oh, so good. Yeah, and I enjoy being around all of you, especially you, Kate.
She nods. It has been very nice. Thank you again.
Of course.
I can't believe he's really going on the aisle tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, our other brother and sister aren't able to make it, so it's just gonna be me and um, Punches will be there, and my mom, and probably a few other of my cousins and stuff. But Emma and Finn weren't able to make it, unfortunately. She kind of she looks a little disappointed.
I'm sorry.
She shrugs. It is what it is. They've never really prioritized Nick, so I'm not too surprised, but it would have been nice if they just showed up for his wedding.
Don't really understand why sacred things like weddings or funerals just bring out some of the worst in people. They're supposed to be sacred.
She'll nod. I know. She'll shrug again. At least we know who really cares about him, and who's actually there for him.
She nods. Yeah. And tomorrow he'll have, well, I hope he already does know. I hope he knows that he already does have a whole mother family wants to be there for him and loves him and accepts him. I hope that makes up for anyone you might be disappointed in your family. Sort of chews her lower lip, not quite sure she said the right thing.
Can you repeat what she said? Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. She said that she hopes that the fact that Nick has or is gaining a whole other family that loves and accepts him can make up for some of the people in your family that you're disappointed in.
Right. Yeah, and she'll nod. Oh yeah, for sure. You and Jesse and
Grandmother, Maddie.
yeah. Oh my God, she's amazing.
You've already heard about her then.
Oh yeah. I actually met her earlier today when I was over there.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, I hadn't realized that you had met each other.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was trying to make sure that Nick was gonna have everything he needs for tomorrow. Um and stuff. So yeah, I got to meet her. She's pretty cool. So I I'm glad that I'm glad that he has you guys.
Kate smiles. I'm glad he has you. You guys are so close. It's just really nice to see that there is someone who's always been there for him.
Yeah. I'm the youngest of all of us, and uh, Nick and I have always been close. So I was sad when he moved out, but he comes and visits me often. But it's still not the same having not having him around all the time.
Well, you're always
It's just me and
over at our house.
she'll give a little bit of a surprised look. Really?
Well, yeah, you're Nick's family, and I mean,
Thanks. I didn't really want to intrude.
no, just let us know you're coming over. I never quite know when Jesse will be decent.
She'll laugh. Fair enough. Of course. Yeah.
Her laugh,
Yeah.
even though Kate doesn't know why she'd be giggling, because it's totally the truth.
um. Uh. Yeah. I'd like to come and hang out with you guys. I guess that it's just me and mom at home, and she's gone quite a bit for work, so I'm alone a lot of the time.
Kate nods. I understand. Just message me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will.
Okay, I think it's time we get to bed. This is
She nods.
gotta be
Yeah.
enough, at least until the maids come tomorrow. That is how hotels work, yes?
Sorry, what was the question?
She asked, this has to be enough at least until the maids come tomorrow because that is how hotels work, yes?
Oh yeah, she'll nod. Yeah. I just I don't like to leave them, a huge mess to clean up. But yes, they will take care of everything.
Kate nods.
I got us a late checkout, so we don't have to be out of here until 2. The wedding's not until 6, so.
That's good. That'll give us plenty of time to eat brunch and mimosas, I believe.
She smiles. Yes, mimosas, which is orange juice and champagne.
Kate nods. It's all over those wedding websites. All over them. It's on every single website I've looked at for weddings. It's the mimosas in the morning. So she giggles again. She's a little tipsy.
Annika will grab her and pull her into one of the beds and just snuggle her.
Yeah, Kate falls asleep pretty quickly.
Annika smiles and falls asleep fairly quickly next to her as well. And we'll let Nat close it out.
Gabby and Monica are off in their room, in their bed. And Desiree is just standing out there on the balcony, staring out at the ocean. And that's where this scene will end. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching.